It takes special grace, no pun intended, to raise differently abled children. Yes, I call them that. Stick with me to find out why, and welcome to Unscripted from a beautiful Radisson Blu in Arboretum.
Hi everyone, my name is Martin Kilavi. I'm a single dad, blessed and raising two children who are able differently, Joshua and Sarah. It has been a very exciting time, the last 21 years, but all in all, I'm here to encourage a parent out there and encourage the society at large that it is doable. Children born and able differently need our support and just a little push, and they will live a life to the fullest. And I'm happy to share with you, to encourage you and to inspire you.
Hello, welcome to Unscripted. Thank you as always for making time for us. And with me is one amazing man. Martin.
Yes.
Karibu.
Asante sana.
You told me we've been trying to do this for some time. We were meant to have done this a while ago.
Yeah, but finally here we go.
Finally, here we are.
Here we are.
So I've already said your name, but please do introduce yourself and why you're here today.
Thank you for having me. My name is Martin.
Okay.
Daniel Kilavi.
Got it.
Yeah, and I'm a single parent, raising two children,
Okay.
Born and able differently, or rather saying they are special.
I like that.
Yeah,
Born and able.
Yeah, born and able
Differently. I like that.
21 and 17-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've been around for some
You have an adult already.
Yeah, by the grace of God.
By the grace of God.
Yeah, no, we have young adults in the
So
house.
take us back to 20 years ago when you had your son. He's the firstborn. In that moment, yes. How was it holding your son for the first time and the early years? How was that?
It was an excitement that comes with every first-time parent.
Yeah.
I was looking forward, and boom, here he comes, and we thanked God, we celebrated. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Adding that I come from a very small family.
Okay.
So having Joshua on board, everybody in the family, my parents and my brother, they were all excited, yeah.
When did you notice something was different?
Between, say, 3 years old.
What happened?
3 years old, yeah, I realized there were delayed milestones in his growth. He was not crawling on time, up to speaking on time, standing up by himself. He was delaying in nearly everything, up and including socializing.
Well, what are the doctors saying? Were they picking anything or they were saying he's fine?
No, Joshua was convulsing a lot. He was convulsing a lot, so we were treating convulsions.
I see.
Yeah, and then at an advanced age of about 5, 6, that's when now it was very clear that all is not very well.
Or what made it clear at that point?
You see, like I said before, he was convulsing a lot. He was convulsing a lot. Fevers recurring. And in school you could tell clearly that he was keeping off from other children. Yeah, and C is a boy, so we expected some excitement when going to school to play with the other children. But he kind of kept to himself. He had a defined way, a path to follow. Like when he comes home, I realized that he wanted to use a back door every other time until, you'd force him to use a front door, but he didn't like.
So at what point for you did that become, this is autism? When was he diagnosed?
About 10 years.
10 years.
Now 10 years it was clear.
So
it was clear because, say for instance, classwork. It was clear that he cannot write something like B. You write opposite. You see? Even if you insist, the way we write B like this, then you write like this, opposite.
Okay.
Like more or less D, you know? And P the same. So you could clearly pick. Then at that point I realized, we are not dealing with with a normal situation.
And how was that moment for you and his mother? Yeah.
It brought us down. It's not interesting. No, it's not at all. Being a first-time parent, you're confused, you know?
Yeah.
You're confused. But I want to thank God, and I want to thank my parents, especially my mom. They stood by us. You know, out there was I remember a lot of stigma that time. So, you know, because people, I think back then, people didn't have a lot of understanding about these conditions.
Yeah.
So just to justify whatever their ignorance or whatever they didn't know. So people would say it's a curse. Others will say it's some sort of magic. Which today I'm happy because we've gone through it and we are here to speak the truth. It is nothing like that. Yeah. I've encouraged parents.
But it's painful hearing someone say that.
It is. It is.
It?
No. It is absolutely. It is very painful. It's very painful, and especially when Sarah came. You know, Sarah. Yeah, the sister came after about 6-7 years, and then the something played.
Before even Sarah came, were you, because of that first experience, were you both nervous or scared to have another child, or were you didn't think it would ever happen again?
We thought it would never happen again. We thought it would never happen. But it happened.
Imagine.
It happened, and but this time we were wiser. I was wiser this time round because I had seen how Joshua went through. So I picked it again from Sarah.
Oh, you saw it earlier?
Yes, I saw it earlier. Yeah, I spotted it earlier. And then we sought address from the doctor. And
but how was it still coming to terms with your second born? How was that? Did you just accept? Was it an easy acceptance, or how was that journey to accepting this is our reality?
Mixed reactions.
Mixed reactions.
See what is happening here.
Yeah.
I don't have a sister of my own, right?
Okay.
So you can imagine now our daughter is here. So my expectations, there was a lot of love and all that. Then when this thing still played, there was mixed reactions, disappointment at the same time, a lot of love. And you know, with daughters the way it is.
Yeah. Daughters and their fathers.
Yes,
yeah,
so there you are. Yeah. And by the grace of God, we are pulled through.
Raising both children, able differently, how's that journey been, especially when they were younger?
Even now, it's not easy. I must confess that it's a tough journey, because every day you have to learn something that you never saw it before in your life. The activities that are playing, you never saw them. These are your own children, so there's a lot of emotional attachment, and it's not easy, even maintaining a regular job. Yeah, I had to lose my job because of this.
Tell me, how? What happened?
Yeah, you see now you...
Because you have to spend more time.
You have to spend more time, monitoring, and especially at the time they were young. So you can't hold an 8-to-5 job, because every time you are monitoring who is where, what is happening.
And you did mention in the beginning that you are a single father.
Yes, I am a single father.
So did the pressure or the intensity of raising both both children who have special needs, did that take a toll on the marriage, or what happened?
I guess so, because you know, we all have different levels of dealing with pressure. True. And people get burnout. Really? People get burnout. This is not an easy thing. It's a very difficult thing. And I think she couldn't bear much of the pressure.
Really?
Yes.
How did that affect you?
In a way, it was a bit light.
Light?
Yeah, for me.
Okay.
Because when she was there, I also had to take care of her. I could see she was also getting affected. So yeah, so when she left, I had now a better place of concentrating on the children.
The children.
Yes.
And as you finish this part, how have you managed to, if you can,
Yeah.
explain this to your children? Why it's just daddy and us?
They saw a bit of it. Joshua saw a lot of things that were happening. So with him, and even Sarah, they saw a lot of behavior change from their mother. So I think they just processed by themselves.
Okay.
But kidogo, we got talking in the house and reassuring the children that it is well. And initially they got to see her. So it went like this, and then until now it died off completely. Yeah, because maybe she didn't have a lot of attachment with them, you see, from the beginning. So you see, it was a bit easy for them to survive after the breakup.
That's tough. I need to digest that. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I think I've digested. I'm not sure. It's a lot.
Yes.
You have a special grace, Martin. I mean, that's a lot. You do. So let's focus now on the children. I mean, raising two kids, both sexes, boy and girl.
Yes.
And you have a girl who will, grow up. And as women grow, you have their menses and their body changes. How did you manage that stage?
I've said this before. I don't mind repeating.
Okay.
First, before we go there, this whole business about parenting able differently children is an activity that is very stressing, and I need to bring out that clearly for the other parent to maybe to get help, because it is stressing financially. We are put in a place where our children cannot access the kawaida schools. So we are forced to take our children to special schools, which is very expensive in time, and even their diet and their medication, and the medication is daily.
Wow.
So it takes us some special grace for one to raise special kids.
So how is a day like? Or how has been a day like for you, Martin? I guess when they were young and now they're grown.
Yeah, with Sarah, it came with a lot of complications because she's a girl child, and I'm there alone. So the first time it got complicated is when she got her menses the first day. And I remember this was on a Sunday.
Okay.
We were in the house alone, the two of us. That time Joshua was in boarding school. There's a nice boarding school that takes care of such children.
That's nice.
Where my children have gone to, and it's one of the best schools, Kitengela International. It's very nice. So Joshua was in boarding school, so I was at home with Sarah. And it was on a Sunday morning, so we were getting ready to go to church. And I called her from her room to go to the bathroom and get ready, take a bath. Then she delayed, which was not a norm. Sarah is vibrant. And she's a bit fast. She's faster than Joshua. Joshua has 3 conditions: autism, schizophrenia, and dyslexia.
Really?
Yes, he's my hero.
He is.
He's my hero. The other day he made for us, he fried an egg, and he's still fighting 3 conditions. So he's my hero.
And then what does Sarah have?
Sarah has autism and dyslexia. At least she doesn't have schizophrenia. But at least she's very fast. So I called her out of her room, and she delayed, which was not a usual thing for her. So I went to check on her, and when I opened the door, I could see she was a little worried. She didn't look happy. Sarah is a very happy girl. And when I inquired, she told me there's a nail on her bed.
A nail on her bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a nail on her bed, and I asked why.
Yeah,
why? And she said, it pricked me here. So let me see. And I saw stains. Of course, I had to inspect the bed, see where is that nail. So I didn't see the nail. And then closer observation, I realized, yeah.
You knew what it was?
Yes. I think I was more than confused.
I'm sure.
That was the hardest day in my life. I didn't know where to start from. I didn't know what to tell her. Nothing. So I froze. I went back to the kitchen. I finished fixing breakfast. And I thank God I mustered some courage. I went back, I called her. I guided her to the bathroom. She took a bath. Then she went and dressed.
Did you have the tools necessary? Did
Nothing.
you have pads in?
Nothing.
Oh wow.
Nothing. I'd never seen.
We're
any.
not prepared at all.
I didn't even know what a pad looked like.
Oh wow. I tell you.
Yeah. So now
with your daughter.
Yeah. So here we are, well dressed. But you realize we can't go to church because all the fears are here. I mean, I don't know whether this is a continuous flow, what time it will come, and I have to protect my daughter and protect my girl.
Did you have any lady you could call upon?
All of them are going to church. They're already in church. They're already in church, so.
So what did you do?
Wow. So we took breakfast. I don't want to show her that I'm shocked, but just putting a brave face. And
how old is she?
That's about 11 years. It came early. It's about 11 years. So we went into the car, but we ain't driving to church, We are just driving somewhere. I don't know where we are going, but I want us out of this house.
You think of let's go get some pads?
I just want us out of this house. So that's all I want.
Okay.
So we drove and we found ourselves in our shags.
What?
You can't believe it. By that time, my old man was staying back at home. So I don't know why I was going to... why I was going to see him about what.
You really panicked, huh?
I panicked and... yeah, she was complaining a bit of some stomach pain or something. I don't know what to do. But we got home in about an hour and a half. And when they opened the gate, that's when I realized I shouldn't have come here. Because you can't even get out of the car.
So how did you maneuver the teenage years with your daughter?
So I just said hi, and then I turned the car and drove off. Yeah, because now I could see another stain where she was sitting. Yeah, so we are not coming out. Because my mom was already in charge. So we went for Mzee. So I turned the car.
Let's end with a happy ending.
Come on. So I said, now how do we do this? Then by the grace of God, I remember there's a friend of ours called Maureen Biden. So I called her. I imagined that she was already out of church. We served together in church. We are in the worship team and all that. So we report early. So I knew everybody that I'm related to had gone to church. So I called her and she picked. And she was also worried. You guys, I haven't seen you in church. What is happening? Are you okay? I said, why? So I narrated the story. And every time I have an interview, I want to thank some special people like Maureen and Mama Pajero, among many others. So at least she guided me. She asked me to go to the nearest market and spot. No, just go to any shop where you see a lady. Give me the phone. Give her the phone. I talk to her. Yeah, and it worked.
Okay.
So I found a nurse lady in a shop around there. They say, "Can you speak to this person?" And then they spoke. You know the way the ladies do things. Sisters are wonderful. They're a blessing. Yeah, they can melt a mountain. So everything was sorted out very quickly. Of course, I was following instructions. After you do this, drive straight and come home. Bring her home. So I took her home and I started learning from...
You learned on the job. That's what parenthood is.
Yeah. No, today I'm okay.
Now you're fine.
I'm good.
Now you're an expert.
Changing pads every other day.
Oh.
And again, now I don't have to do it because Sarah's grown.
Okay.
Sarah's grown. I think I can boast and say now we are almost 4 months. No need for help.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't even notice. The mother's gone, another one has come.
Oh, wow.
She doesn't even... Yeah, we are good.
How was it like? You mentioned your son, autism, dyslexia, and schizo.
Yeah.
What were, if you can remember, what has been the hardest? Did he have any episodes that were difficult? What has been the hardest for you to?
The hardest is, in my case, is schizo.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, because I don't like, you don't want to hear your child speaking to themselves, You know you don't want as a parent, or even your own brother, or even your own mother. Because we are meant to talk to each other. But when you start hearing somebody speaking from their room, it gets you a little uncomfortable. But at this point, I also want to say that there's need for parents who are blessed with children like able different, like my children, to seek the necessary help and advice. Because things like schizo, they're manageable very,
Please
very easily.
Tell us how you've done it.
Yeah, there's a drug, but you have to go to the hospital.
Of course.
The practitioners examine and prescribe. But it's only 3 shillings.
Really?
Imagine, it's only 3 shillings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then you give the child
And they're
calm.
fine?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's not...
And if you don't attend to it at that point, and you let it grow, this is what happens, Grace. You've seen around, even maybe in your estate or where you grew up from, somebody walking around, carrying things, and then all of us, we say he's a madman.
Yes.
It started from schizo.
So
it grows like this.
Exactly.
But they are manageable conditions. See a good doctor. Anyone wanting me to link them, they're free to call me. I can link them. Dr. Catherine is there.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and they will help your child. Can I say this? That I'm doing, there's an organization that I'm working with called Auschidys, and there are things that we are promoting, like, because I feel they're necessary for me to say in this platform for parents. We need to seek guidance from people who are experts in it. Like I said about schizophrenia, I still find, especially in the Mashinani village, where we go for those kind of trainings, we meet parents and say to they're still giving their children sugar. Sugar is a trigger. So you meet a parent, can you describe to me your daily, your day? When you say in the morning we wake up, we make tea. So what do you put, how do you make your tea? They tell you we put sugar. You see, that's a trigger. Wheat. The wheat has got something called gluten, which is also dangerous.
It's a trigger?
Yeah.
I see.
So there's just small things that we all need to learn.
I guess as you finish up, you'll tell people about your organization and how to reach you for those who need.
Yes.
Because this is critical awareness.
Yeah. And even there's need to take our children for assessment, for learning assessment. Because there are institutions that help these children in this country. Yeah, but you need to get the assessment first done.
That's true.
So that the experts will guide. Then even the government, many parents don't know about this. So
They need to also play a role.
they are beaten when they find themselves there. But also the government has got a department, the National Council for Persons Living with Disability. Yeah, they need to register their children there.
Okay, that's been helpful for you?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, the cash transfers the government is giving out for those children to help them because, they know. They know that it's a very expensive affair.
Indeed. Thank you for highlighting. So there is assistance from the government.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Martin.
Yes.
Tell me if at all and when and the intensity, have you faced stigma through this journey with your children?
A lot of it.
Yeah?
Oh, a lot of it.
What has it been like? I should have asked, how has the stigma been like?
Eventually it has strengthened me, but it is there. It is a reality.
Yeah.
It is there, and I'm sure.
How bad is it?
No, it's bad. It's bad. It's painful. It's painful because most of the time it comes from people you least expected. And that hurts most.
Indeed.
Yeah, and like I said before, we are accused of involving in witchcraft, curses, and stuff like that. And it's painful for a parent Let me be honest. It's painful, and before you grow the thick skin, you'll have shed a few tears.
What helped you overcome?
Support system.
Good.
Support system. There's an amazing man of God, like I said before, Reverend Musango.
Okay.
There's Maureen, there's Mama Pajero, there's Kitengela International. I've got a lot of support around me, and my family. My parents have been the first supporters, and my brother Bob.
Okay, it goes a long way.
Yeah, because they came in and cushioned me against all this.
Fantastic.
And they also talked back to people and said, no, it's not what you're thinking.
Good.
No, and these children, and people have kept praying for us.
Okay.
Prayer is kept us this far.
Amen.
Yeah, I can surely tell you that. Amazing men of God and women of God have stood with us.
Okay.
They've prayed with us, and yeah.
God has been faithful.
Extremely faithful.
Amen.
Extremely.
How was the journey?
Do you know I'm happy to... Can I tell you that?
Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, even I keep on saying this. Even in the next world, I'll still choose Joshua and Sarah in their condition.
Oh,
Imagine.
that's beautiful.
Yeah. Because when you embrace, and I want to speak to these parents, my fellow parents, when you find yourself blessed with a child living with disability,
Yeah.
the first thing, embrace that child.
Yeah.
Embrace your son and your daughter the way they came. Okay? It will be easy for you as a parent and for the child.
True.
If you try to block it, it will crush the two of you. And once you embrace and love them, you'll open another door for solutions. Because you accept. This is where we are.
The first journey is accepted.
Accept this thing the way it is. Embrace it. It's a nice thing. Imagine it's a nice thing.
Love it.
But only if you accept it.
Okay.
It becomes a very nice, it's a very nice experience, and you realize you're a special parent. To have been chosen by God. God has trusted you with this vulnerable.
Imagine. What are you loving most about it?
About this.
Or most grateful for?
You're also a parent,
Yes, I am.
and I guess there are things, there are benefits that I get you may never enjoy from your children. Children living with these disabilities and conditions, one, and I'm not saying your children lie, but our children will never lie because they don't know. They don't know how to do that, They don't know that part. It doesn't exist.
Oh, wow.
So whatever they tell you, that's
It's
it.
all the truth.
Yeah, it's just that. They can't twist their brains otherwise.
That's perspective I love. That's a
Yeah.
great way of looking at it.
Yeah, they can't. They're not able. So whatever they tell you is just that.
Okay.
If you leave them with a caretaker or caregiver back at home, and you ask, was she good? If it was yes, it's true. It's
Yes.
it's
If it was
yes,
no?
it's no. That's it.
Okay.
They don't know how to.
So it makes it easy for you.
Extremely
To
easy.
parent.
And that's why I keep on saying accept. Because now after accepting,
Exactly.
you will open your eyes and start seeing these things.
How has it been?
And then they are very genuine
Oh,
in everything.
yeah.
They are very genuine. I think 2 weeks ago, somebody gave Joshua his first money,
Okay.
the 2,000 bob,
All right. As a gift or here?
as a gift.
Okay.
And now I'm teaching him about money and all that, the value of money. And when he put it in his coat, I asked him, what do you want to use the money for? And said, tomorrow morning I'm buying myself a car.
Oh.
And you see, you see, these are things that we enjoy.
Love it.
Yeah, they're amazing children. They are just amazing children.
How has the journey been when it comes to education? You mentioned that you found a very good school for them, but what was that like?
No, that's a good question. It's hard to come by a good school for such children. And I suffered. I was rejected.
Yeah, they turned you away?
Yeah, they
Separate.
did. It's true, they did. Several schools, because of their mean score when it comes to national exams.
I see.
They are worried, They're worried that this child
will
will not
affect
perform.
the...
The other children, so the mean score come down, and maybe they will be out of market.
No.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And some of them will tell you on your face, just the way it is.
Wow.
We can't have him.
Your child is not good for our school. That's pretty much what they're saying.
Yeah. Okay, fine, it hurts. But again, it opens my mind again. And now, even in whatever I'm doing, I'm campaigning for integration.
Oh, fantastic.
That's what I'm campaigning, and I'm going to schools. Like Kitengela International, they agreed to take my children.
Okay.
And my children have gone to that school up to year 11.
Okay.
Today, again, Cheshire Girls, you know Cheshire Girls in Limuru? Under CDSK. Right. That's another amazing organization.
I see.
That is being led by a very good chairperson.
So what are you doing now, and what were you doing, and why did you switch?
I'm a trained aircraft technician.
Look at that.
So so I've worked with the national carrier,
okay,
among many other airlines.
Nice.
But when I found myself where I am, I had to drop all that, concentrate on raising the children, and out of it I found passion. Now I'm doing social work.
Imagine.
Yeah, out of my experience now.
You're helping others.
I'm helping other people.
Okay.
Yeah, who have found themselves in this.
What is the organization called?
My organization is called Auschidys.
Auschidys.
Auschidys
They need
Trust.
to. Okay, they can find it online.
Yeah, they can find it online. It's Auschidys is AU for autism, SCHI for schizophrenia, and DYS for dyslexia. So we are focusing on children able differently, and our main focus is on autism, schizophrenia, and dyslexia. But we also offer our help to the other disabilities.
So what have you done with the organization, and what have been your findings or your experience so far?
I'm concentrating on villages.
I see.
Villages.
They need awareness.
Yeah, creating awareness, advocating for the rights of these children.
Good job.
See, and I'm talking from a point of experience. See, the other day I told you Joshua made for us an egg.
Yes.
And I forgot to bring a muffin. Sarah also knitted for me.
Wow.
So the point here is, if we believe in these children, give them an opportunity. And that's what we are doing at Auschidys. Okay. Give them an opportunity to get skills. Education is not about getting A's and, these children can learn how to do things with their hands and participate economically. Good. Because see, the model that I'm using, and I'm thinking if we empower them, just like Moses in the Bible, he was asked, what do you have that I can use? And he said, I'm holding this rod.
Stick in my hand. Yeah.
Yes, and God used it, right?
Yep.
So if we impart skill in these
What they
children,
have in their hands. Yep.
yes, and this child can at least, they can even put a label. You see, now it's easy for us to go to any manufacturer and convince them, giving them an opportunity to stick the labels on your products. You see, so the society at large needs to look at it that way.
Indeed.
Yeah, because these children are here with us.
Let's embrace them and also let them thrive.
Yes, and integrate. Them in the society, in the churches, in schools, whatever places, in the estates.
Exactly.
As your children play, ask them, do you know of a child who is living in special needs? Make them your friend.
That's step one.
Yeah, make them your friend. Encourage your children to go to the park with these children and mix with them, kick the ball with them and stuff like that, swimming with them. Okay. Sarah is swimming, and she was taught from Kitengela by the other girls. Fantastic. She's swimming very well.
Tell me more about the other skills. I know they each have their own unique skills.
Yeah, Joshua is a keyboardist. Wow. He's a keyboardist.
And he just had the interest, or did you?
Yeah, from the word go.
I see.
From the word go, though I'm pushing him to get another skill.
Which one?
I want him to do food production.
Food production? Yeah,
food production.
I see.
And by the grace of God, he started already.
Okay. Why so?
I feel it's something from, I tested him from home. You see, you have to look at your child and see what else can he do, so that we build on it. So I could see the way he is and his interest in the kitchen. So I encouraged him.
You spotted something.
Yes.
Okay.
And the last one, this year after COVID, schools opened. My church has a school, so they also gave him internship.
Oh, good.
So he's been going there every morning.
I see.
They have attached him to the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, because God willing, in the next week or so,
Yes.
he's joining college.
How do you feel as a parent, despite all that they've gone through, seeing them thrive?
I'm a winner.
You're a winner.
I'm a winner.
You are a winner.
I'm a winner. Yeah, it's very exciting. Though it's been a very tough journey. But when you see the fruits, the results, it motivates me a lot, inspires me a lot.
It does.
Yeah, and I've come to realize that I have a lot to give to the world.
What inspires you to share your story here today? And what can you tell someone at home, like you mentioned, when you have differently able children, embrace them.
Yeah.
The first step is just to embrace them.
Accept.
Accept, embrace.
Embrace.
So what do you tell those ones at home who are struggling, but they don't know how to help their child? What would you tell them?
I'll repeat your words. Before I get to talk to any parent, let them first accept that child. It's a gift from God. God knows why. We are only caretakers.
That's true.
Once you accept, then you have accepted God's hand in it. In due course, you will see why God chose you to steward this. I have seen it myself. And again, these children come with a lot of goodies, you know, though they are hidden.
Yeah, like what you
See,
mentioned
today,
earlier.
where am I? I'm here. Who brought me here?
Your children.
Yeah, I would be somewhere in an overall. But you see, Joshua and Sarah brought me here.
That's true.
This is not a mean achievement.
They gave you purpose.
Yeah, so once you accept this child the way they are, embrace them, you see doors opening. And some of us are there. I mean, we are willing to help any parent. And it's very important for every parent to have a support group. Yeah, that's extremely important. You cannot do this by yourself. So,
Takes a village.
no, you cannot. So you have to look for people who share the same thoughts with you in regard to these children, because they will offer that cushion. Sometimes you can be down. Sometimes they bring you down. See, the other day, last week, a friend, a single mother that I've been working with, she called me and son had just crashed the pickup. And the pickup is new, and the whole perimeter wall went down. So these moments come. So you need a support group. People will tell you it is well. Yeah, it is well. Yeah, like this, like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story. And like I said, you're a great man. God bless you.
Thank you.
For loving and embracing, accepting your children as they are. And the
Yes.
fruits, you are seeing them thrive now. So
Absolutely.
you are blessed.
Yes, I can feel.
Blessed.
And I think you can see.
I can see it.
Yeah. We are not faking it.
You're not.
It is there. It
You're
is
not.
there.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learnt a thing or two. I know I have. Thank you so much for enlightening us. I've learnt a lot today.
Yes.
We appreciate. Until next week, take care of yourselves. Love each other. Accept and embrace whatever situation, because like you said, doors open after that. Take care. God bless. Special thanks to Radisson for hosting us. Until next week, goodbye.